Hey, I don't know how I'm gonna get this door to go back. Stupid doors. You know, hammers, I guess. Oh, you guys, man. Did it again, didn't you? Hey, these doors ain't right. Imagine that. But we're gonna explore a couple ways. Maybe we can fix them. See if we can get all the parts in it, get them latching, clicky clicky. I did find my strikers finally and some parts. And then at least that way we'll figure out what we're missing. Another order to Moss Motors, and they'll leave something out, and then you know. Anyway, thanks for stopping in. Welcome back, Junk's Automotive. Let's get this door stuff done. Man, tired of thinking about it. So here's the situation at hand. Looks like a pretty good gap, right? Fender is right here, where I think it should be. It's right where it is at the bottom. It's nice and straight. Kind of. Straight enough, but look at this. Now I could maybe shove that fender back. But this fender is lined up with right here, which I believe it should be. So this door needs to go forward just a little bit, tiny bit. I'm also afraid by the time we put stuff in here, because there's a shield that goes inside here and the striker and all that, the door may not shut. But being the hinges are just regular sandwich hinges, there's no shims. I have some shims, but all that's going to do is push the door back further. These need to go that way. So there's lots of ways we could do it. We could shim just this half of it, and that would rock it back forward that way, possibility. Or we can use a hammer and knock the hinge pin area back that way, down both sides. I know. The other door is pretty much the same way. Really good little gap there, but it's just a little bit bigger up front. And really this one really probably would be all right, but I think this gap would look better if the door went forward just a little. You know, nothing's perfect, but I'd like to even that out. Of course, the bottom of both doors need to come out, so we're messing with the hinges anyway. I'm just kind of hope that we don't have to take the doors off. It's not the end of the world. They weigh like 4 pounds. They're mostly aluminum, except for this part. We have weather strip. Like I said, we have the cladding that goes inside here, the latch, the strikers, the little cable thingy goes through here. You know, we got stuff to do. And then if we have time, we'll readjust that. Adjust, address, readjust, address. That didn't take much. Is it exactly the same as front to back? No, but it is shoved forward just a little bit and looks a little bit better. So all I did, used a big hammer. Yes, I'll show you on that side. I put I got this big punch and I put it right there. Right there, where the pin goes through, and just tap, 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 tap a couple times back and forth down here. And I could tell when I started on the top, I just did the top hinge, and when I could tell it moved is when this door came up just a little bit, which is what we want. And then I tapped it on the bottom to get it to level off again, and that moved it, you know, a couple millimeters. So it looks pretty good, I think. But I'll set up on the other side and show you a live action type thing. Yep. You're peeking through the other door. All I did, big old punch. We'll put it right not on the door side, on the body side of the hinge. So what we're going to do is tweak that hinge just a little bit. It might even tweak that A-pillar just a little bit. Yeah, it went a little bit. It just takes some time. A couple times back and forth, and it will slowly nudge it. And we're just tapping it. It's not, you know, these are cast, if I remember right. They could be steel. Hopefully they are steel, but cast, you'll break them. So we just want to tappy, not too much, just a little bit at a time. New screws. These are door screws. Supposedly new ones. One thing I've found out is sometimes with these Phillips head type automotive screws, if you get a regular bit, it doesn't want to fit. It just kind of wallers them out, especially if it's the old rusty ones you're trying to get them out. Take you a sharp pointy bit or a sharp pointy screwdriver and just grind off the end of it, right? That'll help it sneak, you know, instead of being like this, it'll be like this. And you'll get a better grip. So what I'm going to do is go swap out the rusty bolts, the bolts on the inside of the door that you can't see. They're painted, so they're done. But we're going to replace these because it'll look nice in the door jamage. Yep. Back out this citry strip. This stuff's pretty good, really. You ought to try it. It's pretty cheap, safe. I don't think you should eat it, but it doesn't smell bad. I have my door strikers soaking because they have pink and black and red paint all over them. So we'll let them soak and kind of get them cleaned up. I have some Evapo rust. I found some nuts and bolts and little doodabs. Found you can probably see it in there, another striker plate for the hood that's in better shape than the one I restored, and I got a new pin, a new spring, so we'll use that to build a new striker and a spring. The spring was too weak, so the hood just go bloop, you know, you could barely get it open. So a new spring is really nice. So we'll do that right now. Actually, I just started getting a lot of comments on the channel, and I believe Coldwar Motors has most likely said something about me in their video, so I'm going to check that out. When I find it, I'll clue you in. Good times over here. All right, let me find some doodabs and parts and stuff I got to find stuff. Well, here's our inner, I guess it's called a closeout panel. You have rubber bumpers that go in here, and they have a little aluminum insert, and they just go through there, and that's so you don't, you know, bang metal to metal or nice freshly paint stuff to nice freshly paint stuff. So got the screws for that. These are 1032 machine screws. They're the flat Phillips, and they're angled, you know, so they countersunk. Yeah, that's the word, I guess. But they're stainless steel. I've got a ton of stainless steel stuff I've been buying off and on, and I mean, that's going to look nice. It's never going to rust. I love stainless steel hardware. It's a great thing. Two screws right here. Those are stainless steel. They're sheet metal. Now this sets up a little high right here, and I'm pretty sure this was never put on after the rockers were replaced. Well, the door touches this, and you can see how high it is. It just kind of lips up right here. So we're going to put a couple of layers of masking tape right there on that edge, grab a piece of wood and a hammer and knock that down so the door clears. In here are these little bitty cars. So I was watching the latest Coldwar Motors episode. I will put the link to their episode down in the description. But for you guys that don't know, over Halloween I did the Halloween special video, and it depicts some much bigger YouTubers than me. They came and invaded my shop. I'll put that link as well down in the description, and somewhere, well, I might put it right here, right there. Yeah. Anyhow, had Derek from weatherstrip Garage, Dan from DD Speed Shop. Most of you guys have probably seen it. Bad Chad was here, and Scott from Coldwar Motors. Well, like I was telling you, my phone was going nuts here the last little bit. Just a block of wood, piece of 1x2. Try not to damage that paint too much. Oh, there we go. Yep. And somebody had said, oh man, they had just commented on that video, and you did such a good job, and it's hilarious and all that. Well, I got like 5 or 6 comments on that video in the last 20 minutes. So I wasn't sure what was going on, and finally somebody said, oh man, them guys were laughing watching this video in a classic darts episode. That's an episode they do on that channel. So, and apparently they're watching my video on their video. That's cool. And I was trying to watch and find it, and I was going to show you guys, but my phone died. Yep, I don't think that's rubbing anymore. You just don't want stuff rubbing and scratching paint and making it rust. And there's the little bumpers in there. The door lands right where it's needs to be. All this is looking good because it got sucked in when I tightened these up. So I put all these in. There's one right here, and these two. Got them all started at the same time and kind of worked my way around, because you're kind of sucking that stuff together, and you don't want to go pulling threads out of something. That'd be annoying. Let me put the screws in these bumpers, and then we're going to have to find door latches. Yep. Here is door latches. I've had them soaking in Evaporust. And this Evaporust about had it. So these weren't really rusty. There are a couple little rusty spots looking on them. So, but this stuff's biodegradable. It's safe. So I'm going to take it in the house and rinse these off with the water. Don't tell the wife. And then we'll probably spray them down really good with WD-40. Get the springs and I'll show you how it works. Get everything lubed up and working good. And here's the cable thingamajiggers. I think, I just don't know. I know one's from a different door than the other, so we'll see. Let me get these rinsed off and go from there. Passenger side door latch. Now pay attention. You guys wanted details, so here you go. This is the driver's side door latch, and this is off of the replacement door. If you remember, there's not much sticking out there. And how they work is, let me show you. Right? So that's what holds the striker, and the end of it's just wore off. Thought, well, I'll go out in the junk pile and find the original door from the passenger side, and it's better, but not like that. So I'd say we're going to be buying a latch. This one seems to be in pretty good shape. This one's just wore out. We'll mount her up and see how it works. But we don't want old Ralph falling out of the old MGA. Or at least we'll make sure he has seat belts and a roll bar. All right, we get some brake clean. I'm not going to use that. but we'll go ahead and take and clean this one up with some brake clean, this one up with some brake clean and a wire brush, get it lubed up, and find hardware. I have the hardware, it's old and rusty and I don't like it, so hopefully those are machine threads and we can use some of my stuff, my look at this, look, I told you, look, it's all stainless steel hardware. So hopefully I got something in there. If not, we'll have to restore some more bolts. Okay, I'm gonna show you something here real quick. Now, like I was telling you about Coldwar motors, they have a segment in their show they have sometimes called Classic Darts. And this all started from finding really old cigarette packs and something like that, or something like that. It's been in the field and they find cigarettes that are really, really old, 50s, 60s, 70s sometimes, and then they sit around and smoke them and critique them. So it's pretty funny. Well, during this segment, one of the guys, you're gonna see. Now, if you're sensitive to cussing and all that, don't watch it. Or plug your ears, something like that. Tell the kids you watch it by yourself later. But if you're into, if you're okay with smoking and drinking and cussing, it's a heck of a channel to watch. So I'm going to show you this real quick.
How special tonight is, you guys.
Fortunately, it's not live, so you can't get out of control.
Yeah. Don't pull a Gibson on us, eh? Passion of the darts, eh? Ready for the blockbuster, eh?
A burn mark in each hand. They're on the Sigmata. I wish we had some celebrities in our pocket.
Classic Darts, Coldwar motors.
Who do you smoke darts? Oh man,
Okay, and
I gotta say, I watched that YouTuber's fucking Halloween thing. It's the funniest goddamn video.
I saw it.
That was fucking funny.
Frankers.
The whole oh man, his daughter, all those fucking bits, like that Dan one and fucking everything. It's like, man, this car's fucking mint. This fucking mint. Fucking, oh my god, it's unreal. This guy, he fucking pretends that all these YouTubers come over to his place for Halloween. And he dresses up as fucking Scott. He does the whole bit. It's so funny. Yeah, I gotta get out of here. I don't feel very comfortable here. I gotta go home. What the fuck?
There's our hinges, our latches, and they are in fact 1032. So because I have a bunch of that 1032 stainless steel button head screws with a stainless steel lock washer. So we'll get them bolted into the door, or at least the one side, and see if this one's going to work. Well, that one. So you can see how it doesn't stick out very far, and this one does. So we're going to try to use this for just a little bit. It did have a little bit of rust here and there, so I painted it with the rust reformer stuff. And it's just a clear paint, so it's going to protect it, and it's fine. Let me get these bolted in and see see if we can make this work. There's our striker, and my bumpers, I had to shave them down a little bit. I think they're just meant for that. It was too far in because the way this is shaped, and the hole is shaped the same way, if it's in or out too much, it won't latch. It's supposed to latch on this last hole. Here's your secondary catch right here, and it wouldn't go. So I shimmed it out, but that was too thick. So I had to put a couple stainless steel washers inside there to get it just right. And if I can do this one-handed, pull my cable. Now that latch, this is the wore out latch, so we're going to replace it. It just barely catches. Well, not too bad. So yeah, here's your cable. It bolts up to a little thing up here. I thought maybe there'd be a lever and a handle, which you could make one, I guess, and pull that cable, but I guess you just reach up in there and grab her, and there you go. There's the little thing it bolts to. See the adjustment holes? And that's just all there is to it. I'll probably get a couple of these cable things. They work. So that's as simple as that. Like I said, it'll probably close better, but this is like wore off almost flush. So if it had the tip on it, the angled tip, it'll probably close all right when we get a new. That's it. Pretty fair. Let me show you what I got. Oh, hurt my back today. Just a funny little story. The wife wanted me to go to this Christmas thing in a different part of town, you know, and I'm just like, I can put up Christmas lights. She said, okay. Hey, I found a coupon on that TV we were talking about. Okay. So I go buy Christmas lights to put up outside the house, buy more. I go buy the TV. Of course, hard-headed, I wanted to go do it by myself. You take the wife shopping, it's no. So this big TV, almost as long as this car, I huff it around by myself. Some nice guy, hey, by the way, dude, yeah, I hope you see this. Thanks, man. He caught me in the parking lot. Wind was blowing the TV off the cart, and so I hurt my back. Then, of course, got home and put the Christmas lights up. Hurt my back some more. Between Christmas lights and the TV, I spent $1,000. So if you guys don't mind, watch this video like 4 times. I might get some of my money back. Anyhow, here we go. Got the weather strip in there. You can see her smashed down in there. This goes on the bead here. You get her, it's pretty tight. But once it gets smashed down, it's almost like Jeep Wranglers. You put door seals on them things because they leak water, and then the customer complains, I'm not leaking water, but I can't hardly shut my door. And you're like, well, you got to give it a couple of months. It'll turn around. There we go. You know, one side done. Turned out pretty nice. So let's get to the other side and scooch the car over, scoochy that way. Do this other side. I'm pretty sure it'll go a whole lot faster.
Understand the word you're saying to me. I don't think you see that I don't see why what you're talking about even matters to me. I'm a bastard. I'm only thinking about myself. I'm a bastard. Yeah, it's all about me and nobody else. understand a word I'm saying to you. I don't think you see that you don't see. What you're talking about don't mean nothing to me. No, it don't. I'm a bastard. I'm only thinking about myself. I'm a bastard. Yeah, it's all about me and nobody else. I'm a bastard. I could be different, but I won't try. I'm a bastard. I'm only thinking about me, myself, and I.
There you have it. Hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time. My back is roasted. Bending over and messing with that hood ain't happening tonight. Whew. Got both doors hooked up, and on that weather strip stuff, it's got a metal liner inside of it. So what you want to do is use your scissors. Hopefully you saw that. Use your good pair of scissors and cut the rubber around the metal a little bit. But then when you go to cut the metal, use your aeronautical snips, push that rubber down, and don't cut the rubber, just cut the metal. That way when you're done, the rubber sticks up and you don't see the metal. Hey, like I was saying, go check out the Coldwar Motors. Super good guys, a lot of fun. If you're into that sort of thing, and it's one of my favorite channels because they will talk to you a little bit, and you know, there you go. Put Junks Automotive right on the big screen right there. So hey, I'll put the link to them down in the description. Please go ahead and make sure you go watch that video. I'll put that link in there too. Tell them Junks Automotive said hey, right? We want to make sure they know that we all appreciate helping our channel out a little bit. So let's help their channel out a little bit, right? Go by and say hey to Scott and Coldwar Motors and the guys, right? So hey, we're marching along. We got a couple knickknacks in the windshield. I'm not in a big hurry about that, really, to be honest. Yeah, we're not going to mess with that for a while. So, but we're going to get all the wheels off of it, get it jacked up as high as I can, take the oil pan off of that, fix that, then we'll start running a wiring harness, fuel lines, brake lines, all that stuff, and hopefully here in a couple 3 or 4 episodes we'll have this thing running with the key. I don't think it has a key. I don't know. We'll ask Ralph if he wants a key, and then we'll fix him up. So hey, sure appreciate you guys watching again. Man, I'm so happy to have you guys along. Like I've said before, none of this happens without you. And I sure do appreciate it. And if you want to watch this video a few times and help me pay for my TV, go ahead. But I don't expect you to, right? I'm just kind of kidding around. But I did hurt my back picking that TV up. All right. We'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Peace, guys. Talk to you soon. Oh, my gosh, my back.